Teen Titans Go is universally hated, but ready for a super hot take? I think Teen Titans Go is the SpongeBob of the newer generation. Now, I'm not just saying that based on nothing. When I used to work as a camp counselor, the campers would tell me about the shows they used to watch, and almost all of them didn't just watch, but were obsessed with Teen Titans Go. It got to a point where they were quoting it almost all the time. No joke, I would hear this song over 100 times a day. I still can't use the washroom without having a flashback episode.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
But doesn't that remind you of something?
Thought of something funnier than 24, 25.
Everyone was quoting this scene when it first came out. It's the same thing today with streamers in terms like Riz. When things have an impact on their audience, they tend to get quoted, for better or worse. The craziest part is that when I asked the campers if any of them watched SpongeBob, several of them said they weren't allowed to watch it because I quote, it was inappropriate, which is an absolutely wild take to have. How are you gonna deem SpongeBob as inappropriate and say Teen Titans Go is fine? Sure, SpongeBob will have an episode like The Splinter, which is 11 minutes of absolute hell in my opinion. I still haven't been able to finish this episode in its entirety. But I wouldn't say this episode is inappropriate. If I had to describe it, I'd just say it's like a Monday, am I right?
Oh, bro.
Teen Titans Go will almost always go off the rails with something like this.
Milk on your face!
How did they even get this on air? So that left me wondering, why is SpongeBob universally beloved while Teen Titans Go is frowned upon? What is the hateful lore behind Teen Titans Go? Teen Titans Go is a show that released on Cartoon Network in 2013 and as of this moment has become its longest running show, with it having over 400 episodes and a whole theatrical movie under its belt. But unlike other comedies similar to this, from the moment it aired, this show has gotten nothing but hate, and that's mainly due to another show called Teen Titans that aired from 2003 and was cancelled in 2006. Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go use the DC characters of, you guessed it, the Teen Titans in completely different genres. One is a goofy comedy that doesn't take itself seriously whatsoever, while the other is a narrative-driven drama. I've never actually seen the original Teen Titans. Even though I was alive when it first aired on TV, 7-year-old me always changed the channel every time it came on because I hated the art style. Same thing with Avatar. I didn't watch Avatar till I was in my teens. I guess 7-year-old me was racist towards the anime art style, but I've heard nothing but praise about the show even a decade later, with people saying it's funny but it also has a lot of mature moments and great character drama. I've even heard people saying that it's the Avatar of Cartoon Network. And when I hear things like that, then I totally understand why people would hate Teen Titans Go. Avatar is one of my favorite shows, and if they cancel it right after season 2, and then years later revived it as a chibi cartoon, I'd automatically have malice towards it even if it didn't deserve it, which is where the majority of the hate comes from. It's not from the show itself, but more so the disrespect original fans got from the network. And to add salt to the wound, they later released a TV movie called Teen Titans Go vs Teen Titans, which brought back the original Teen Titans but in a crossover with the Teen Titans Go, which I can only assume it's because of that sweet money. I honestly thought they were going to bring it back for at least one more season because of the success of Teen Titans Go, but as you know from big networks, they love to do everything but make their audience happy. Which brings me to the other part of the hate lore, the fact that Cartoon Network always had it on. I don't know how it is today, but for a time Cartoon Network would have Teen Titans Go on schedule for like 5 hours straight, which is a lot of time to spend on a single show, especially if you have other great shows in your lineup. The fans of these other shows will rightfully be upset because like the fans of the original Teen Titans, you aren't getting the respect you deserve, and also you're paying for it, which means you should be able to watch Weeber Bears anytime you damn want. So from my research, it seems like a lot of the hate this show gets is due to the network's decision instead of the actual show itself. Now, I never had the aforementioned problems. My only exposure to the original Teen Titans was this Flash game, which was a banger by the way. And I'm not from America, so I never had the Cartoon Network channel, which makes me the perfect candidate for an unbiased review on Teen Titans Go. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna watch as much of Teen Titans Go content as I can and let you know my thoughts. And to sweeten the deal for y'all, I'm gonna save you some time and give you my general thoughts instead of a half-an-hour video on the philosophy of Teen Titans Go. Wish me luck.
Much later.
I did it. I watched every piece of Teen Titans Go media there is. The movies, the specials, and the entire series. Like, comment, subscribe for my sanity. The way I reviewed Teen Titans Go is the same way I reviewed every comedy I see. It's very important I give you the criteria because when you hear my thoughts, y'all might throw some hands at me. It goes like this. Was I A, entertained while consuming the content, and B, did I have a good time while watching? So let's start off with the least controversial material out there, which is the movie. And this is unanimously recognized as a good movie. It has a freaking 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. Sorry Kung Fu Panda 2, you should have done better. Putting my Kung Fu Panda 2 biases aside, yeah, it's a pretty solid movie. It's a parody of superhero movies and I was thoroughly entertained throughout the entire thing. My favorite part is when they went back in time and killed Batman's parents. I laughed really hard for that. Plus the song in there is a certified bomb. I give this show my approval. Go check it out. Now for the show, with keeping the rubric I gave you in mind, I freaking loved it. Like, a lot. I came in with no expectations, but I found myself enjoying most of the episodes. The first 2 seasons were just alright. It was fun at times, but overall it was a hit or a miss. Nothing really great about it, and if I were to revisit the show, I'd probably skip these seasons. But somewhere in the 3rd season, the people behind the show were like, hey, why don't we let our intrusive thoughts win? And that was the best decision they could have ever made, because from that moment, they found their groove and the show got infinitely better. They went from episodes about making sandwiches to this.
It's the IRS!
It's so freaking stupid, I love it! The show ultimately boils down to stupid fun, with the Titans going on some of the weirdest adventures such as the Titans tackling the housing market or quantum physics. These are just concepts that I found memorable. Every episode is crazy in its own way, like that one scene from the April Fool's episode that went viral.
Your parents! They're here, man!
Mommy! Daddy!
There's a reason why this clip went viral, because it's so unhinged, which is how I describe the entirety of the series. It'll do just about anything for a gag. There's this one episode where the Titans go on the Oregon Trail, and by the end everyone is in a painful way. Why? Because dysentery is a thing, and this is just a single episode in a sea of madness. When you look at Teen Titans Go for what it is, without any outside influences, you'll see a comedy, and a pretty good one too. It has the makings of iconic sitcom tropes such as the likably unlikable cast. By that I mean the characters are fun to watch because they're such awful people. The Titans will lie, cheat, start pyramid schemes, or avoid paying their taxes just because it seems fun. One of my favorite episodes in the series is when Starfire goes from becoming a Girl Scout to a business conglomerate because of ethical business practices, wink wink. And I'm not making a joke or anything, the actual episode is called Business Ethics, wink wink. This is one of my favorite episodes because it encompasses everything great about this show. The stupid humor, the Titans not being necessarily good people. If you were gonna check out an episode, I suggest you check this one out. Teen Titans Go knows what it is and doesn't try to be something it's not. And what it is a silly show that doesn't take itself seriously whatsoever, which allows it to do anything it wants, and you just kinda accept it because that's how the show is. For example, one episode the Titans are in this sick neo-punk world and the art style is so dope, and in another, they're just Transformers. It's as lighthearted as a show can get, and it's perfect if you just want some dumb fun after a long day. Which makes me stand by what I said earlier even more now, that Teen Titans Go is the SpongeBob of the new generation, or to be more accurate, it's the SpongeBob of Cartoon Network. And when you compare the two, the similarities are uncanny. The long airtime, the movie, there were moments where I was watching this show and thought to myself, I can definitely see this as an episode of SpongeBob. That could also be because of the overlapping writers between these two shows. I guess what I'm trying to say is if you wrote off Teen Titans Go because of all the hate surrounding it, or hated on it because of the network's action and not the show itself, I say give it another shot. You're missing out on some pretty good fun. Just a couple of housekeeping notes. My next video is going to be an animated story time like the camp story from this video, or the Bluey video to be more accurate. Keep an eye out for that and my character on the thumbnail. This green guy, not KO. Which brings me to that point that I might have to change the channel mascot. I love this picture of KO, but it's limiting to work with, especially when I want to make these story time-esque videos. I'll probably make him the channel banner, but let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.